right, all right. We are live once again. I can see we already have some guests jumping on here. Thank you for supporting this show. I am very delighted to have JaLorean Hayes join me on this holiday day. And she's going to come in here and share about her company, Meal Maps, what it's about, her journey, how she got here. So without any other delay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How's your day been so far?
So far, so good.
No complaints,
Happy to
huh?
be here with you on Juneteenth. None so far.
You got any plans for the holiday?
We are going to pop fireworks later. Make a lot of
Okay.
noise.
Now, do you have those big, almost commercial grade bombs that you can buy now? Those big, huge ones that you used to could only see back at commercial fireworks. But they have some monster fireworks that you can buy from the store now, and it rattles the whole house. But y'all be careful with that. Have fun. Well,
Definitely.
let's get it going, and I'm excited to hear about your company. So, if you would, just give us a little bit of background about yourself and about what led to the creation of Meal Maps.
Okay, so as you stated, my name is JaLorean Hayes. I have a master's degree in public health, and I am also a registered nurse. So Meal Maps came about 4 years ago. I was visiting my mother in Houston, and she just wasn't doing well with her health. And after me consistently telling her she needs to go see her provider, she went and she was diagnosed with 3 health conditions at once. So I automatically knew that nutrition was going to be the key in order to manage her conditions. So I went to the grocery store and I was like, oh my goodness, I actually have no idea what to get her. So when I consider individual conditions, I knew, but when you try to manage 3 conditions at once, because each thing has different restrictions, it's harder to do. I looked online, I didn't find anything. I checked the app store, I couldn't find anything. So there were no resources at the time, and I decided that I was going to create that resource. If I'm standing there with the background that I have and I'm lost, certainly others are lost as well. At the time I was doing disease management, case management, and I started listening to my clients more intently, and it was the same thing. They would tell me, I know how to manage my diabetes, but then I don't know how to manage my chronic kidney disease. I know what I can eat for my gout, but I don't know what I can eat for my hypertension. So it just really hit home that, yes, this is something that is needed.
That is, congratulations, really. It's like, I think that's where a lot of things begin. It's when you see a need. And like you said yourself, you're going out there going, hey, wait a minute, I've got an issue here. And you go and start looking and go, how come I can't find anything? And you took the initiative to go, well, I'll create it. And
Right.
so hello, Jessica. She said, good morning and happy June 19th. So, but good for you, seriously, for taking the initiative to do that. And we'll get off in the weeds a little bit more about you starting it. And like all entrepreneurs, we have our ups and downs and challenges. And those days we curl up in a fetal position and go, what am I doing? Is this going to happen? Is this going to work? So what sets Meal Maps apart from other meal planning services that are out there?
So our unique selling proposition is that we actually cater to people with multiple conditions.
Okay.
It's pretty easy for somebody to find recipes specifically for hypertension or diabetes alone. But if a person has multiple conditions, it's not as easy. And then usually when people are diagnosed with one of these health conditions, the provider does tell them, hey, you need to do better with your nutrition. And they might see a registered dietitian nutritionist once, but then from there, they are not having the guidance that they need. So with us, we have the platform to where once they create their account and select which health conditions they have, then they know whatever recipes are being shown to them is something that has been created for them.
Awesome. And when you see me looking down, I'm not ignoring JaLorean. I'm responding to some messages. And Maria Hayes said, good morning. She loves your company. And then Janisa Jones said, good morning. So when you see me looking down, do not think I'm ignoring the conversation. So
Okay.
if I don't reply, I will miss it. And I don't want to be rude to anybody because I appreciate the support that everybody provides in watching the show. So what you had stated is so true. I think we live in such a world of now quick, fast food. Obviously, there's the economical side of it to where, well, you can go if you get a Costco membership, and you can go get, yourself and your significant other and all your kids a hot dog and a drink for $1.50, right? So
Right.
people to go that direction. But like you're saying, the food is our healer, right? That's
Mhm.
how God created things, is for us to, not have foods for, just, of course, it's enjoyable, but you know what I mean? Don't live to eat, eat to live.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how do you ensure that your recipes cater to those individuals with those multiple chronic conditions? Because as you stated, they can have different conditions and different, for example, some people react differently to foods. Some people can get inflammation from certain foods and others don't. So how would you address that?
So currently, we have a team that creates and reviews all the recipes. The team consists of, again, I'm an RN, and then we also have another RN on the team. We have medical researchers as well as registered dietitian, nutritionists. So everything, any recipe that is shown to people once they join, then they know it's backed by science. It's not just something that we found anywhere that said, okay, this would be good for them. It's actually
Yeah.
by science. The whole team that is reviewing the recipes has to agree. If everyone doesn't agree,
Oh,
then we won't
wow.
assign
Okay.
it to those conditions. We want to be sure that what we are putting out there is, as I said, backed by science. So, different specialties have different experience with the type of research they do and the information that they know. So although nursing, we do play a role in teaching people about diet, we still don't have the magnitude of experience that a registered dietitian and nutritionist has. So if they
Okay.
say no to something, even if the RN has said yes, then the answer is no.
So do you
If
ever
any
have tug
one
of
person says no, it's no.
Do you have tug of wars at times where you're like, hey, I really think this is going to be a good recipe, and like, no, I don't. You guys got to have that kind of back and forth sometimes, right?
We do. So sometimes it can take a recipe of a few tries to actually make it onto the site.
Mm,
But we also give our reasoning behind, the research that backs why this is good for this condition or why this is not good for it. So it's not even a person saying, oh, I don't like it for that. Like, what is your
mm,
science behind that?
gotcha.
Mhm.
That's awesome that you do that, because I mean, I guess you've got to, I guess, have that panel, because again, you're doing it the right way. You're trying to do it the right way, and you are doing it the right way because people's health is at stake. And I think that's where we're seeing a lot of people getting dementia, Alzheimer's and those kind of things at earlier ages, because we're full of a world of toxic environment. Not that all drugs are bad, but some are unnecessary at times, and people want to run and take a pill instead of giving nature and food the chance to take care of that. So let's move
Right.
on to Path to Plate meal prep program. What is that and its goals?
So Path to Play is our newest initiative. So we are now introducing where we will actually prepare the meals. We have a kitchen team that, including a chef, that will prepare the meals. So as opposed to where on meal maps the person can see the recipe, some people do enjoy cooking, but people
Mm,
who don't enjoy cooking and would prefer to just have the food delivered to them, that's something that we are now introducing, to where they'll be able to go on the website, select which meals they want for the week. Again, all meals that are created by the team of health professionals for their chronic conditions. And from there, then they'll get those meals that next week they can have 3 meals a day if they choose, or they can get 1 meal a day, whichever works for them. But it is basically our newest attempt in making things even easier for people to manage
mm.
their health through nutrition.
Well, let me give you a shout out. Marie Hayes says your dedication to quality innovation is reassuring and commendable. So I think, and hey,
Thank you.
something just came to my brain. If you ever need any taste testers, hey, I'm always there to come in and throw in some advice there. But let's see, where there we go. what, okay, I'm going to love this question because I've been self-employed pretty much my whole life. And again, when I say congratulations for you taking the initiative to go for it, I know that there's moments that we are tested, especially when you're trying to do what you're doing is the right thing. You're trying to make a difference for lives. And so what challenges have you faced while developing meal maps, and how did you overcome them?
One of the biggest challenges is the financial aspect. Right now, everything that comes from meal maps is from my income as a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely self-funded, which I believe in it. So, I'm okay with doing so. But it can get a little costly, especially when we are considering the amount of people who have input in this and making sure that we're successful. Another the biggest challenges is as we apply for funding from different places, hearing the answer no.
Yeah.
It's hard at times to stay the course,
Yeah.
and continue to believe when people are saying no.
Yeah. Totally understand that. And I totally get it, to where when you're believing something, of course we believe in it because we started it. Right.
Right.
So we wouldn't have started if we didn't believe it. But when it starts, getting deeper into the pockets, you're just like, God, please, help. And then when you're trying to, have others embrace your vision and dreams and ambitions, and it's like, no, you're like, what do you mean? No, this is fantastic. Come on. We're trying to make a difference here. But I get it. I really get it. So we always have to go from I guess what would be a negative conversation to a positive. So what's been the most rewarding part of your journey thus far with meal maps?
The complete opposite when people say yes. We were actually named by the Technology Association of Georgia one of the top 40 most innovative companies for 2024. So that is definitely one of the most rewarding things for a company of that magnitude, to see what we offer and to believe in it. And say, wow, you guys are doing great work, and to name us one of the top 40 with so many other companies in Georgia that could have taken that place. So that is definitely one of the most rewarding things. And then knowing that there's an elderly person at home that doesn't have a nurse in their family, or doesn't have a dietitian in their family that needs help, and that there's a place for them to go to where they can be able to know what to eat for their conditions. And then we also offer where you can get the groceries delivered from the recipes. So even having that service to where it takes that ease out of them having to go to the store. Maybe they don't have a car, and they can order the groceries and still have their needs met with their nutrition. That definitely is rewarding.
You need to print you out a flyer of the top 40. When someone says no, say, what do you mean no? Have you not seen what we've accomplished here? It's like, say no, come on now. Well, what I know that there's always a road ahead as it's going. So what is your future plans for meal maps? What's your shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you hit the stars type of thing?
Our moonshot would definitely be for us to be a global company, where we are providing recipes to people that take their culture into account, the different types of foods they eat in different areas when we are creating these recipes. Also, for us our database right now, we cover 8 conditions, but for our database to be able to cover pretty much any condition that can be managed through nutrition. And for us to also be able to offer the path to plate globally as well.
That is awesome. It really is. It is awesome.
Thank you.
This is kind of similar to kind of what you're talking on, but go a little bit further on how you envision meal maps evolving better to serve your customers. I know you've kind of already touched on it, but go a little bit further of how you can expand on that.
So something that we also feel that's important is education.
Okay.
While we are providing recipes, we also think that the person needs to understand why this recipe works for their health conditions. So with us being able to provide education in the form of gamification, which is something that we are currently working on implementing on our site, it helps them to learn. So even if they go out to eat, then they are able to say, okay, well, I remember that a food
Mm.
like this is going to be high in sodium, so I shouldn't get that. I should opt to eat this instead. So being able to provide information to people that they can use outside of using our platform to be sure that they are making the best nutritionally sound choices. And then also being able to go into the community and do outreach, provide education, provide meals to people who have health conditions that aren't able to, actually pay what it costs to get these meals delivered to them, to where we're able to help them either way.
That is awesome. And so I don't let it get away. I want to acknowledge Maria Hayes said, trust your vision. Maya Davis said she agrees. And then Jessica said, congratulations. And Tanisha Tibbs, education will definitely shift mindsets around food and nutrition, which I think that's a big part of it is education. Because we've been what is the thing that the FDA, I guess, they can't trust in any of that stuff anymore. How many times has the food pyramid changed? I think the most recent food pyramid had pastries and sugars and all that in there, and I'm just like, good Lord. So proper science and education is what matters. Um, here's something I was going to want to ask is when you see results, or you see people follow the nutrition plan and see their health recover. So how have you seen how it's impacted some personal lives in perspective on their health and wellness?
So with our nutrition, we talked a lot about the physical aspects, but nutrition actually affects your mental health as well. So we don't currently cover any conditions for mental health, but it does play a role. So people, being able to think more clearly because now they have better nutrition, to have more energy, to be able to do things that they weren't able to do before, to actually feel like, okay, I can accomplish more things. Like my health conditions don't actually define me. It's something I have to manage, but my life still goes on. And I can still have a fulfilling life even while having these health conditions.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. And when something comes to
Okay.
my brain, I have to just put it out there for what it's worth. If you're ever interested in having some clients or customers come on the show with you and I to give their testimony, to say how they adjusted and the things they learned and how their life improved, I think that'd be a good thing, and it would help your brand. It could be something that you can use to so others can see and go, oh, something was said there that makes me want to call JaLorean and Mill
Right.
Maps. So anyway, just throwing it out there. If
Okay.
that's something you want to ponder on or whatever, I'm opening it up for that opportunity because I think that would be a good thing and anything to help what you're doing. That's the goal to the show, is to be able to highlight people and let those that are out there facing the challenges of getting older and health complications and issues or whatever, is that content will survive out here when I'm dead and gone. And the point is, and the goal is to make a difference out there, because it's not easy to go through the stuff that we all go through when getting older. And you don't have to be getting old to have health issues, but you know what I mean? I'm in the senior space. So, and I'm a senior myself.
Right.
Don't
Right.
like that. Okay. How has your work with Millmax impacted your personal life?
So just me being able to see the difference that I make. I feel like one of my reasons for being here, my purpose, is to be able to help others. I strongly believe in me being able to help at least one person a day, even in a way that may seem small to me, is something that's really important. We all in this world need help, and there's so much negativity that can be out there, and I want to be a positive light for people in any way that I can. So me knowing that there are ways that I'm able to bring positivity, and even if it's just, a small piece of information for somebody. I mean, I've helped people in grocery stores when they're trying to decide trying to decide which stevia is going to be the best option, or just anything like that. And for them to have so much gratitude behind a random person being able to help them. So just knowing that I'm able to have a positive impact in various ways, it's a great feeling.
That's awesome. Jay Mamer. Anyway, Jay says, what food should I eat for a better sleep? I'm going to throw something out there that I do, and you can go, man, you shouldn't have shared that. But anyway, if you take organic cumin and a banana and you mash the banana up and you put like half a teaspoon of cumin, mush it all together like baby food and eat it, it helps sleep. So that's my thing I do. So what foods would you recommend for someone to get better sleep?
I actually have not done research for that.
Check it out and see if I get approved for the snack list. But do you have any quick suggestions for foods that maybe help sleep?
I do not. We have not focused on sleep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Gotcha. Well, let's what advice would you give to others that are looking to start a mission-driven business like you did yourself? Like you come across something, it's an idea, hey, I think something's here, and you go for it. So what advice, looking back over your 4-year journey, would you advise?
I would say in the beginning, just keep a journal of what your goals are. It's something for me I've noticed that has evolved. And as time goes, I have sometimes found myself not necessarily being on that initial path, which if it is something that helps with us reaching a better height, then it works. But that the actual purpose of what you're doing stays at the forefront. So just referring back to that consistently, that whatever your initial mission is, that you stick to that and make sure that you are consistently working towards that. And that even when you are being told no in ways, that you go back to what your mission is and say, no, I know these people need this. So even though this person may not understand my vision or my mission, like I know that this is why I'm doing this, and I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. And really, it just, I think the key word for anybody that ventures off to do anything would be tenacity.
Yes.
To just keep on keeping on. And even when you get kicked in the face and told no and all, whatever, it's just, you got to keep going, because if you stop, it stops. So what would you like to add before we go?
I would just say, whenever you have a vision of something, whenever you have been given something that is for you to do by whoever you look at as your higher power, that you trust it, that you actually go with that. I think it's pretty easy for us to lose sight of things when we are focusing on what we want to do or what we think we're supposed to do, as opposed to going with what our higher power actually has given to us. So just being sure that whenever we are given that vision, that we know that it's for us to do and that we stay on that path.
Very good. We Janesia said, keep the main thing the main thing. And Jay said, cumin and banana. Going to give it a try. Disclaimer: this is not recommended for meal maps. This is me. in my thing, but I do hope it does help you sleep. So almonds, banana, and salmon cherries help me with better sleep because of magnesium and omega-3. That was Maria. But anyway, let me get rid of that. JaLorean, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on here and share your story and to share meal maps. And of course, open door. If you want to think about what I suggested, then I would be more than happy to schedule something if you can find those of, several people that'd be comfortable enough to come on and give a testimony for you. I think the content could help your business tremendously. But with that said, thank everybody for taking the time to come in and tune in. Please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe specifically at the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to help support this channel to keep making a difference and putting out content. The comments on the YouTube channel and the shares and likes does help tremendously, and I'd greatly appreciate it. So with that said, happy holiday. Do not blow your hands up with the fireworks, but enjoy your holiday. And until next time, we will see everybody then. Take care.